Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be some red flags of narcissism, narcissistic behaviour within another person. Now, just because somebody behaves in this manner doesn't necessarily mean they are a narcissist. You do need to have at least 5 of the 9 criteria to be classed as having the narcissist personality disorder. You can also be dealing with someone who just has 1 or 2 criteria that is highly narcissistic. And at times in life, we are all capable of behaving in these ways. However, it's all to do with the intentions behind the behaviour and the recognition of behaviour, the willingness to learn, the willingness to develop, the willingness to grow, the willingness to change, which narcissistic people usually aren't willing to do. They just change manipulation to meet a need of their own. The 9 criteria are that grandiosity, preoccupied with their own fantasies of ultimate success, power, brilliance, a belief they are special, that requirement for excessive admiration, entitled, exploitative, a lack of empathy, envious of others, and that arrogant and haughty behaviour. So one red flag of narcissism is extreme impatience, very quickly irritated when things aren't going their way. Although they can keep their cool, they can keep their calm if the illusion they're trying to sell those around them, the perception they want others to believe of them, needs them to keep their cool, keep their calm. So outside of the home, they might be very calm and cool and collected. Inside the home is when they show their irritability when things aren't going their way. When at a fast food restaurant, if the food doesn't come quick enough, they can become very irritable. When you don't make their meal right, they can become irritable. They tend to walk 2 steps ahead of you because they're looking for that control. When it comes to a narcissist being very impatient, you can be stuck in traffic and they will start raging out at people, blaming other people, criticising other drivers. Now, we can all be having a stressful day and we can all project our stress onto the environment around us. When it comes to a narcissist, it is a regular pattern of behaviour that they see absolutely no wrong in. We can have a moment where we're stuck in traffic and we're stressed and we rage out to temporarily release that stress, and we might afterwards giggle about it and be pleased that we did that because it relieved us, and then afterwards think, not really the best way to go around things. Narcissistic people will just be like, well, it was their fault, nothing to do with me, all their fault, because they feel entitled to have their own way and they're looking for that control. With that grandiose sense of self-importance and their sense of entitlement, they often ruin special occasions. They find very many different methods to ruin special occasions for their loved ones, from creating arguments before, creating arguments afterwards, sabotaging, delaying events. Now, some will use that grandiosity to throw the best birthday party ever, the best Christmas ever. They expect eternal gratitude and they will use it against you with those, after all I've done for you. Those who sabotage special occasions for you will bring you to your knees, will destroy it for you, and then because they lack the empathy to care, they will stand there and say, what's wrong with you? What's your problem? Oh, you always have to ruin everything, don't you? They're again shifting the blame straight over to you. We can all not like special occasions for various reasons. However, most genuine people don't go around trying to ruin it for other people. Narcissistic people go around trying to destroy it for others. It's all about them. With their sense of entitlement and their lack of empathy to care, everything is about them getting their own way, including the love bombing, when they're raising you so high, when they're treating you so well, when they're mirroring you to sell you an illusion of what life could be with them so that they can future fake with you. It is about them getting their own way, getting their requirements met by you. They are deceiving you. When it comes to a narcissist, it's all about them getting what they want from you. And when they don't get what they want from you is when they're going to turn around and accuse you of being selfish, accuse you of being awkward, accuse you of being stubborn, so that you feel guilty and bow down to their needs so that they don't have to bow down to your needs. That's how they feel, like they're bowing down to you. They're not interested in that give and take. When it comes to narcissistic people, they often feel things such as shame, which is why they will quickly pass the blame to remove feelings of shame and believe because they've blamed you, you need to make it up to them. Non-narcissistic people tend to feel things such as guilt, so they take responsibility for behaviour that isn't even their behaviour and do their best to make it up to the narcissist, not recognising that the narcissist is oppressing them so that they can no longer speak out for who they are as a person, for fear of being accused of being awkward or selfish or stubborn or too demanding. Nothing is ever their fault. They don't take responsibility for their behaviour, so nothing is ever their fault. And when it is their fault, they will find a way to accuse you. You made me do it. They made me do it. They're always looking for a scapegoat to pin the blame on so that they can avoid taking responsibility for their behaviour. And as they don't take responsibility for their behaviour, they don't change their behaviour. As they blame a scapegoat for their behaviour, they expect the scapegoat to change to serve the narcissist. And a narcissistic person will scapegoat someone who won't be silenced, who might speak the truth. They will scapegoat someone the narcissist is envious of simply because the narcissist seeks to destroy that person to feel better within themselves. Nothing is ever their fault. And when it is, they might turn around and just simply say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were perfect." Because they're not going to discuss the topic at hand. They're going to deflect it onto you so that you feel like you have to defend yourself to them so they don't have to defend themselves to you. They will lie, deny, deflect, and then they will fall silent on you so that you can't communicate with them. So nothing ever gets resolved with them because they don't want you to recognise the truth. They are trying to keep you in a place where you can't see what's happening to you, or you blame yourself for what's happening to you so that they can remain in control of you. They don't make mistakes, and when they do, it's somebody else's fault. Somebody else made them do it. They blame, shame, criticise, mock, judge, ridicule, humiliate people. And then when you speak to them about this, if they've humiliated, mocked, criticised, judged, ridiculed another person, and you say, "Hang on, that treatment isn't very fair," they're going to turn around and play the victim of, "Oh, you never take my side, do you?" Or if they're mocking you, humiliating you, criticising you, judging you, and you explain your boundary to them and explain your feelings to them, they're going to turn around and accuse you of being too sensitive. It's not my fault you're too sensitive, because they don't take responsibility, they don't make mistakes, they don't do wrong. Therefore, it's not their fault that you're the one that's being too sensitive. You need to deal with your feelings, which in one sense, because we recognise we do have to deal with our feelings, it's easier to believe the lie that they're feeding us than the truth that they're provoking those feelings within us, and they're perhaps not the best kind of person that we should be around. Or they're going to accuse you of not being able to take a joke. So again, you question yourself and your reactions rather than questioning their actions. Whenever you try to question a narcissist's actions, they're going to get you to question your perceptions of their actions so that you blame yourself, doubt yourself, judge yourself, and not them. And when we don't recognise that this kind of person exists, and we also can recognise that we might behave in that manner in some way. We might say something in a joking manner towards somebody else, and hurt their feelings. So we know that people are capable of doing this. However, we would take responsibility. We would apologise. We often find ourselves digging deeper as we try to get out of the fact that we've offended somebody, trying to unoffend them in some way, because we don't want to hurt another person's feelings. And then we recognise this and we feel bad, we feel guilty, and we don't do it again. A narcissistic person will learn what triggers you and they will escalate it to hurt you, and then they will claim that they never hurt you. And when they claim they never hurt you, they're not going to change and be kind to you. They will hurt you again because they don't believe they've done anything wrong. Narcissistic people do not believe they're in the wrong. The more you try to explain, defend, or justify yourself to them, the more they're going to use this to unjustly attack you. The more they're going to use this to watch you going crazy, trying to prove your reality, trying to prove yourself to them. And then they are going to stand back and claim that you're the crazy one, so that you question yourself. And again, they get away with their behaviour because you're no longer questioning them. We are all capable of feeling anger and resentment and wanting to seek revenge. We're all capable of lashing out, and a narcissist will know exactly what buttons to push to get you to that point so that you're acting out of character. So when they treat you wrong, you believe they're acting out of character, when they're just showing you who they can truly be while bringing the worst out in you. So you think, you're led to believe by them, that you're bringing the worst out in them, when you're not. That's who they are. They just deceived you into believing they were a genuine person that they're not. Genuine people don't go around lying to you. We might tell the odd white lie, which is often why we can believe somebody else's odd white lie or forgive another person's odd white lie. However, it's the deceptiveness behind that lie that's a big difference. Narcissists don't lie to protect your feelings. They lie to protect themselves, to get away with their exploitative behaviour. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic people, we do have that naivety about us until we've experienced it firsthand, and then we have to there's a lot of depth to it, so we have to work out who they are and what we've been through, and dots kind of connect afterwards. And then we can learn to recognise these behaviours within others, and we can also recognise some of these behaviours within ourselves. Again, it's all in the intentions behind the behaviour. People can fall silent for many reasons. With a narcissist, it's a pattern of behaviour, and it's done to punish others so that the narcissist can exploit others. If anyone has any thoughts on this video or any signs they noticed of narcissism, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and the continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is in the video description. If you are looking for further help and support and understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.